Hey everyone, welcome to Presents with Sente, or Simon as we know him. This is sponsored by Rarity X, and this is going to be a really good show. A lot of big changes coming up here, and it's good to have you, Simon, back on. This is your second time on the show, so hopefully we can help people figure out how to navigate Stackr, how to do a cash out, lots of stuff going on. But just real quick, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, yeah. Just came back from vacation and parental leave, so I'm getting back into it, getting busy again. But so all in all, pretty relaxed and yeah, excited for the next month.
Pretty good. Back to work after a nice little vacation, and also having a kid. So congratulations on that. Is the baby sleeping through the night?
Hopefully, I have 2 kids now. So the big one is like close to 4 years.
Oh wow!
And yeah, he might wake up, and I'll have to take care of him because my wife is taking care of the little one. So, but yeah, let's hope for the best.
I will hope for the best. I'm sure it will be good. I see everyone in chat. Thank you for coming here. Don't forget to hit the like button and share the stream if you haven't yet. Appreciate everyone coming here. So we do have all this stuff going on Stackr. We have the new leaderboard. So why don't we just just go right into it, and let's go into the leaderboard. Now I know this is something that you're doing with Ecomi, so it's mostly Ecomi. But you want to talk a little bit about this? I haven't even looked at the leaderboard too much. Are you at the top like normal?
No, not really. I'm not that active at the moment, buying and selling. But yeah, it's pretty good to see the activity throughout the first week of the leaderboard because it ramped up quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
So, and I think that was also the main incentive to go for something like the leaderboard. Like, we didn't expect things to go really, really crazy, but it was supposed to just incentivize people to try out Stackr in the first place. And because if you think about buying something that maybe you haven't used Stackr yet, and you just give it a try because maybe you get something on the leaderboard, and I would say that that went pretty well for the first week of testing.
I think it went great. I mean, it even got me excited. Big A in the house, who I stream with, he's asking, leaderboard only for buying, or does selling get points too? I believe it's just buying, correct? It's only buying gets you.
Yeah, it's just for buying.
Now you still burn Omi when you buy or sell. Anytime there's a fee taken there's some burning going on. So, I mean, you might as well get on the leaderboard. I know that it's top 25 for the weeklies and top 100 for the month. So everyone really has a chance. Just you can see at the top, Rocky, Omi, Fairman, and Charlie NFT. Of course, they're burning the most, but there's still a lot of incentive for everyone to win big and or win a little bit. But it's definitely, it doesn't cost you anything. You just got to go buy stuff, and you're going to burn Omi. So we did just get through the first week. I had Foster Hilt on last week. We kind of talked about it. What have you seen, like the traffic? I've obviously noticed the traffic is up. It's one of the important things to get traffic up, especially by November, because on November 19th, the only way to cash out is going to be through Stackr. Are you seeing numbers a little bit higher than you thought? Is that what you're saying, that you've seen a few more people than you thought you would have because of the promotion?
Yeah, I think it went really well. I mean, we started doing the weekly recaps for the traffic on Stackr. I think it's posted on X as well, on the Stackr account. So basically, yeah, we had like close to 3,000 transactions in the first week.
Wow.
And the Omi trading volume was, yeah, almost at 400 million. So
oh wow,
that alone was like 7.6 million burned tokens. And we also saw like between 600 and 700 different wallets buying and selling. So that's great numbers compared to last week.
Yeah, definitely something to see, as we get closer to the DDay, we might call it November 18th at 11:59 Pacific time. That's when gem cash out is no longer going to be a thing on Veve. So your only way to cash out is to take a collectible and sell it onto Stackr. At first, I was kind of worried about this. I've talked to a lot of people that were worried. You know, I felt like Veve was positioned really well for the masses, the way they had it with the gem cash out easy, but the masses weren't coming in yet. And now I feel like we're more positioned for, you know, as we get closer to Web3, or, you know, being real Web3 and stuff like that, and all this crypto money sitting on the sidelines. I mean, I think this is going to actually be good. Like, what are your thoughts? I mean, obviously you work for Stackr, but you're also an investor and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we had the Veve German meetup happening at the end of August, and of course, the gem removal or the payout removal was the biggest topic. And I think overall the opinion was that it was really good long term for Veve. Yeah. Because one thing you should keep in mind is that it should free up a lot of money that Veve has basically sidelined or has to keep, because I think they need to be able to pay out a certain percentage of the gems from basically instantly, because I think, I'm not sure if there's a percentage number, but they wouldn't want to risk not being able to proceed with all the payouts. So I think as soon as the gems can't be cashed out, they probably have a huge amount of money to put to work or do whatever with it. But hopefully put it into development or so. And I mean, we saw the prices decline a little bit, I think, after the announcement. Maybe some people panic selling, but I think it's really a great move overall, because the controversial point is, of course, that you want to also, Veve wanted to be attractive to like, let's call them normies that don't have anything to do with crypto. But for everybody that comes in after the change, they don't even know about the payout function, and hence they won't miss it. So probably it's only a bad thing for the people that are currently on Veve and don't have anything to do with crypto. And I would say, it's just a guess, but I would say it's not a big percentage of the active users. And I think quite some of the active users are also holding Omi, and so I think that's goes pretty well. So yeah,
I think so too. A lot of people, and I'm kind of, I stream with Big A. He's definitely a big crypto guy. I'm not as big, but I've done it. I know what I'm doing, or at least a little bit of what I'm doing. So yes, I had some fear in the ease of being able to cash out with gems, but just dipping my toes into Stackr, which I really, I had you on, I don't know, last month, a month and a half ago. We still really hadn't done anything. Now I've got just over 1 million Omi. I sold something. I bought a couple things today. I listed some stuff, and it's really pretty easy. So the big thing is going to be, people realizing how easy it is to cash out or to list things and stuff like that. One of the questions I have, and I know you're going to show us how to do a cash out onto PayPal, but on the listing of stuff, and I don't know if you're able to get an answer, one of the things, is it possible that we'll be able to, let's say a seller selects a price that they want to sell in dollars and maybe have the back end figure it out into Omi? Because as the price fluctuates, it's not something we have now, but is that something that maybe we could see in the future, where I could say, all right, I want this to sell for 200 and it's up for a week and Omi is going up and down? Is that something possible to happen on Stackr, where I can put in a dollar amount that I want and it just adjusts the Omi within a certain amount? Because obviously it's not going to pull the system every second. Is that even a possibility? Is that something that can happen in the future? Is that something we'll never see? Something? Yeah.
I'm not on the technical side. I would say it might be possible, but it's, I don't know any other NFT place that does it, because it would be the same for an ETH listing or so. I think one of the hurdles that Omi still has to overcome is the liquidity in general. I mean, you see it when when swapping, sometimes if you swap big amounts, the liquidity on base just isn't that thick. And
right.
obviously it's not, that's why the price might fluctuate quite a bit. I don't think Stackr will implement such a thing.
Fair enough.
We might rather have other currencies where you can list your collectibles on. So that's, I think, really likely to happen. Let's say you can also just list for USDC, for example. That would solve the problem. And yeah.
Yeah, because I know that's actually what Foster had talked about, that Stackr was looking at being able to buy in ETH and other cryptos. So one of my other questions, because I know people are kind of worried about it right now, if you're buying an Omi, you're burning. Are fees going to be charged in Omi? So if you were to buy in USDC or something like that, is that still going to burn Omi somehow with the fees, or how would that work? Or is that something we don't know yet?
Yeah, so there's quite some ideas going around, but what Dr. Profit said is that Omi will always have a unique selling point or standout position. So it would be quite easy to just the buyer only sees the USDC price, and as it is now, the seller maybe sees a price he receives that's a little lower than what he lists for, like a certain fee that goes away, and that fee would partly also be used to buy and burn Omi. So that's, I think, the most likely solution. So some ETH whales or whoever doesn't even need to know about Omi, but in the background it gets burned.
It gets burned. Okay, yeah. That's freaking huge, because that was one of the worries I know people were talking on the stream. Like, okay, so now you're going to allow other currency, but you're not going to burn Omi, which is like one of the big things. So, okay, very, very cool to know that. Big A's asking, will Stackr ever have a direct cash out feature using a third party like MoonPay? That's a great question. Is that something that might be looked at to directly cash out from the app instead of having to go outside, like transfer USDC or anything like that?
I think we're looking at everything that enhances the user experience down the road, of course.
Right.
What people really have to understand is that in the background, a whole new version of Stackr is being built as we speak. So everything is being built from scratch again. I think we talked about it last time as well. So yep. We don't really want to give out a timeline yet, but I think, of course, we hope to give some more info on the timeline in October. But so it's not something you will most likely see on the current version of Stackr, but I wouldn't put it off the map for the re-release. So
for the future. Okay. So, and now if somebody wants to, get a hold of Stackr, leave feedback, what's the best way to do that? I don't know on the actual website, is there a place like just down here we can leave, if you want to leave feedback, where's the best place to leave feedback?
Yeah, you can always just pass it on directly to me, and I can answer it. I mean, perfect. Most of the ideas aren't new, and you right. can probably guess that we thought about 95% of course of what's coming in. But I think there's a button somewhere. Maybe I have to check for
I wonder, is it this? Is it going to dox me? So you can email. It looks like on this little thing here, you can email, get answers. So I think you could leave like feedback here too.
Yeah, there's a suggest features button or email somewhere where you can just send in new ideas and feedback as well. And you can be sure that we look at all of those. I can maybe just look up the email or look up the button and post that one again to put it out there.
Yeah. That would be great. Just for people to be able to do that. The last kind of question I had about like the conversion before we get into how to cash out and stuff. Would it be possible, because I think it would be okay for Stackr to charge a fee for this, but if I wanted to go like do an auto convert from Omi to USDC. And I guess this kind of gets into what we already talked about, but like I know other people were talking about that also with the stability issue where something sells into Omi and I don't want to watch the market every day. So then I can just pay a small fee and have it auto convert to USDC. Has that ever been suggested? Is that something? Because if not, I'm suggesting it right now to you and Dr. Profit, because that would get rid of some of the fears of just volatility in all crypto. It's not just Omi.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's likely, to be honest, because
okay.
Yeah, it's probably I would say it's not the main function of Stackr, because basically what you're talking about is, I don't know, like a limit order, just if it reaches a certain price point, or you mean after selling? Or
yeah, just only after. So for instance, I sell it for Omi, 1,000,000 Omi, let's say, and then instantly it converts to USDC. That way I don't have to worry about a fluctuation in price. Yeah, not like a limit or stop order or anything, like just it would convert it.
Okay, yeah, I would say that's pretty much solved if you can just list for USDC right away.
Yeah, that's true. If you can just list for USDC, then that would be solved too. Absolutely. Okay, very cool.
Yeah, or let's say that it's it's probably about prioritizing the features, because yeah, I mean, Stackr is functional at the moment mostly, and obviously there's not too much development going on at the moment that's visible for the users, because yeah, everything is done in the background, and just implementing new features now just to build them again just for 3 months, that just wouldn't be worth the time, and it would take away from the launch, from the new release. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. But it might be something people suggest. Omi, buy Omi directly on Stackr. Is that going to be a thing? I didn't even think about that.
I think, wasn't there something implemented recently where you could just buy it with credit card?
Yeah, I thought, like, I remember, I don't know if I want to pull it up. I might dox myself opening up stuff. I thought I saw something like you can definitely buy. I think you can actually buy now with a credit card or PayPal on here. Maybe we can pull that up in a bit on your computer. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. What's up, Smart Buy? Will we in the future be able to sell complete sets on Stackr? Again, features that we want to get on Veve also. So I don't know if that's something that you could even answer, but that definitely would be nice to actually be able to sell multiple items into one sale.
Yeah, that's something that's been suggested a lot, and I really hope, and I think we'll get that feature, like do bulk listings, bulk sellings, which is quite common for other NFT marketplaces. So we'll definitely try to bring that one. And also selling sets is also something that's requested quite frequently, especially since there is actually a lot of people that do care about mints or matching mints, and it's sometimes a struggle to sell a whole set with matching mints, or it's easier to get a hold of it if you can just buy it at once. So
yeah, exactly. It would make it easy. All right, so Big A is telling me how to run the stream here because he does things better than I do. All right, so what I found out, so if I pull this, I'll pull this up. So it looks like, so if I go to fund my wallet, right, I can fund it. I can't fund it with Omi, but right now I can buy USDC, pay with a card, transfer. So it looks like I could buy USDC. And if we're talking about later being able to buy and use USDC, that would work. So I don't know if you can do Omi yet, but I would assume that's a feature that Dr. Profit and Stackr is going to be looking at moving forward. I would assume so, because that would absolutely make sense. Do you know much about the conversion? So November 19th, we're going to be able to buy, gems with Omi. Is that going to actually be, is that being done through Stackr? I mean, I don't even know much about it other than it's going to be able to be done. You may not either. So sorry for putting you in the spot.
No worries. It will be done on Stackr from what I know.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not sure how much this feature is really getting used, because the hope is that we get more and more traffic on Stackr, because obviously everybody's interested in the burns. I mean, it could become a thing if Veve continues to do drops only for gems. I mean, that's for them, it's kind of a smart way to to make money, because basically no need to worry about cashing out, and then every gem that gets bought to participate in the drop, of course, is instant revenue. So yeah,
Right.
I think that's maybe the situation where Omi2Gem gets used a lot. But I think besides drops, it's maybe if you see a listing that's in gems and not in Omi for an item you really like, but yeah, it will, long story short, it will be available on Stackr.
It'll be available, and that's I think you're exactly right. That's kind of what we're all trying to figure out. Like, how is this all going to work? Is it going to be, how many people are going to continue to use gems? Well, drops right now are still going to continue in gems. Now, Foster talked about Omi Only Drops. I'm not sure. He wasn't clear if that was going to be, if those drops would be on Stackr or if they're going to be on Veve. It would make sense to be on Stackr. I don't know if you know that, but like, and by the way, just to answer Smart Buy, Simon is the community manager for Stackr. So yes, he does work for Stackr, just in case people were wondering that. Do you know, or are you allowed to say, you might not be able to say, but are those Omi Only Drops, are those going to happen on Stackr, or you want me to shut up right now?
No, I think they're supposed to happen on Stackr. I mean, from my understanding, it's what Foster said as well. It's going to be a VVIP first, just to test it out and get a feel for the system. So make sure everything's running smoothly. And then, yeah, maybe I doubt we'll get all the drops in Omi, just to make it accessible as well for normies or non-crypto people. So yeah, I think that's the main use case for Omi2Gem, that technically it just, if you just want to spend crypto, then that's an easy way to get your hand on gems.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just a reminder, if you buy or swap Omi for USDC, I mean, all the gas is sponsored on Stackr, so I would always advise you to do smaller transactions, just to don't have a bad slippage and lose a big amount of money. Because sometimes the rate, if you, let's say, try to swap a couple of thousand USDC for Omi at once, the conversion rate might drop a lot. So I mean, yeah, it's maybe a little nasty, but I would always take the time and do like several smaller swaps, because the gas isn't an issue. Yeah.
Then the gas is an issue. Okay. That's good to know. So yeah, Mountain Saint's been able to do it. Just be careful doing too much at one time if you're swapping, because it does have that ability to swap on there, which I have not done. Okay, but that's good to know. Mobile is kind of tough, having to scroll side to side to see details or costs. Is Stackr working on and I didn't even think to ask you this, but like a mobile app eventually that will be more user-friendly than maybe what we have now?
Not as of now. I mean, at the moment, the main priority is to roll out the version 2 to bring on all the main requested features. Yeah, we are aware of the side scrolling, and it's a little annoying, but yeah, we've heard the feedback, and it's being passed on. It's being
looked at. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we at Veve can complain about a lot, but I agree, it can be difficult on a smaller phone. Okay, so KCBFW, good to see you, man. I'm late, but have we discussed setting a USD value and the Omi amount changes? Yes, we did. Last week was wild with the volatility. So basically, probably is not going to happen, but what Simon said is they are looking to allow you to buy in USDC. And in that situation, Dr. Prophet says there will be a way that Omi will still be burned, some type of like it will happen all on the back end, I'm assuming. But if you were to use USDC, then you wouldn't have to worry about the fluctuating price. But as far as what you had just said, they're not looking for like an auto conversion, like I was saying, or also being able to list in USD value. You're still going to have to keep an eye on the market for that, correct? That's basically.
As of now, yes. And I mean, what you also shouldn't forget is that one of the features that we really like to implement is making offers. So for example, you really have you can basically sell at instant speed, and then you know exactly what you get for it, and you can either keep it and be happy with it or convert it right away.
That's really, awesome. That's awesome to hear that, because everyone, I know even KCBFW, Wapmas, a lot of people have talked about, can we make offers? This is like just so Web3, so normal, right? And by the way, Vivesman, thank you for reposting. Good to see you, man. He has insane content. Everyone should be checking out Vivesman. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I completely agree. Wapmas 100 on the mobile. Let's see. Mountain saying 1,000 USDC max is only too low. That have to go on Stackr. Okay.
I get it that it's not convenient to only do $1,000, but we implemented that because we had some provider issues, and I think they still persist sometimes. And basically, I mean, of course, it might take like a minute longer, but you can do 5 swaps at 1,000 USDC.
Right.
And yeah, you don't pay any gas, so it's really not that big of.
It's not that big of a deal. All you rich people doing these 5 to 10 extra swaps for 1,000 each. I get it. I get it. Lots of good stuff to buy. All right. So one of the things, it's really like I said, I just started using Stackr. I sold a couple things up here. You can see at the top, I got 1,035,000, not a lot. I don't have 100 or 200 million like a lot of people, but it's really easy. So if to sell on Stackr, you can basically just go to an item, right? I'll just pick one right here, and you can choose to sell. And what it does on here, now this is most items. I know the Lamborghinis aren't on there. There's a few others. By the way, do you know, is Stackr, I guess Stackr has to work with each IP. Do you know if like Lambos or any of those are being looked into, so those will be on Stackr?
Oh, yeah, I think the Veve team is aware of the situation, and they want to provide clarity ASAP for all the remaining IPs. I mean, what Dan said in Lisbon is that basically every IP has signed off to selling for Omi. It's just, from my understanding, it's just a matter of time and some papers that have to be signed, basically. But it's not on the Stackr side to take care of that, because that's mainly Veve's business.
I feel like we just got some alpha there. You just gave us some alpha. Wait, so pretty much all these other ones that aren't on there, they've been signed off on, but like just some of the back end paperwork hasn't been done. Is that?
From my understanding, I mean,
there we go. Just kidding.
No, I said, but that's basically, I recall that Dan said it like that in Lisbon, which has been like quite some month now. I mean, yeah, all the licensing stuff is obviously on Veve's endpoint, so it's not Stackr responsibility, but I would hope that we get some clarity soon, because yeah, of course you wanna, I mean, of course you could sell the Lamborghini for gems, buy something else, sell it on Stackr for Omi, but that's not how it should go. So yeah, I hope we get clarity on that soon. But
well, and we only need to know, by like November 18th, if we can know by then. By the way, Digital Vibes, good to see you, man. Great content. Also, everyone should be checking him out. So basically, if you want to sell, it's real easy. You can do it from Stackr, or you could do it from Veve. If you go to Veve, you go on an item, you literally just click this. It's going to open up another window here, and you can just go and sell it, whatever you want to sell it for. So if you're looking to sell, you can set it to Veve price, all right, or you can change it. So you could change this to whatever you want. I'm going to set this to $149. Nobody's going to buy it, but we're just going to do it. And then you hit initiate, and it's going to give you a little thing to sign. The success fee, 10%, which is not bad at all. It's cheaper because this is it, right? Like there's no cash out fee. You get whatever you agree to the terms. Now I'm going to be honest, I've not read the terms, so they might own my like first child, but whatever. I'm getting rid of this collectible for $150. You create the listing, bam, you're done, everyone. It really is that easy to do it. So same thing if you're on Stackr, you go in here, you can go into your dashboard. You can look at your vault, you can look at your listings. If you go to your vault, it'll be like, oh wow, like that really went. It was like 16,500 like 20 minutes ago. But you can look up your collectibles, whatever, you can list them. It's really easy to navigate with this. Now, let me ask you this, because I did notice trying to go, like, I know you're like a sniper on the market and you like to buy. With the fact that now everyone's going to be, a lot of people are going to be selling stuff from drops on here, is the search and all that going to be maybe a little bit more intuitive as we move forward? Because I'm sure that people have talked about this.
You mean on Stackr or on
on Stackr. No, on Stackr. So when I'm trying to like get stuff. So we just say whatever, we'll say Spider-Man. You know, if I want to go look here, well, this is just one item. So you can actually search individual items and go through here. But if I want to go on here and search lowest priced Omi item, I don't believe I can do that. Correct? Or am I incorrect? So I can go here and view all, right? And I can adjust.
Yeah, just go to the listings tab.
Let's see. Oh, right here where it says listed, this one right here, or?
No, up there next to collection and sales.
Oh, listings. Okay, we're right. Okay, so here we go.
And then I think you can click onto price.
And then it will give me up or down.
Yeah.
Now, if I go in, this is what I noticed. If I go in and down here, this is me being a little bitch like Veve people. You know, I'll click it, right? It just has to load up. And then I'll click in, and if I go back, it resets everything. So if I go into here, we'll go in. All right, this is the only part that I want to see. So now I have one. So I can sell it. I can go here, look at the price. Now, if I hit backwards, it resets this whole thing. So then I got to, you know, then I got to go back and do listings and all this. Again, this is something we dealt with Veve on their website. So I don't know. It's just a suggestion, because as Stackr becomes more intuitive, more people are going to go on there and use it, especially if it's easier to use. But yeah, right now, if you want to just look at the lowest price for comics or collectibles, you could do that. And you can see these prices are all under $1. If you need something, you can sort them by rarity, which I love. I love doing this. If you want to just go $1.33 for a rare that gets you 2 points a day. If you need any of this stuff, grab it. Actually, do I have this? I already have one. Okay, I'm going to go snipe while I'm live with you. But anyways, is that something that they're going to be looking into? And I'm going to go back to chat and see what they're asking here. Digital Vibes saying
say,
oh yeah, go ahead.
Looking into it, of course. I mean, like I said, anything that enhances user experience, we will look at it sooner or later.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can pass it on. Maybe it's just a quick fix. I'm not the technical guy, so.
Yeah, like for me, I would seem that would actually be kind of difficult, because we saw even Veve having issues with that. But yeah, if we could be able to do that, that would be nice. Like to be able to continue.
There's a little workaround you can do if you're on the PC.
Okay.
Desktop, you can just if you go back to the listing.
Here, let me go back to here. Hold on a second. I'm going to go here. Let's go down here. I'm going to pull this up. All right, this is what I'm talking about. These are the little secrets I need. Okay, so tell me what to do.
Yeah, you can maybe just go on the Fantastic Four #1 and just hit it with the mouse wheel. Then it should open in a new tab, and you can keep going in that one, and you can check out that one.
So if I go to this, and then I can go back, and then it will go to the next one.
That's maybe a little bit more convenient until we have a fix for that. But
like that's exactly what I'm kind of looking for, something like that. Because
it should stay the way you sorted it. So.
Yeah, if we could get again, that was something we dealt with Veve and all of that. Just real quickly here, any chance we'll be able to list collectibles for a dollar amount instead of Omi? We actually talked about that. It was one of the questions I had. So it doesn't look like that's something, at least right now, they're looking into. I guess potentially in the future if everyone wants it, but because that's what I was saying with the fluctuation. But it looks like we're going to be able to eventually list in USDC, which will still burn Omi. They're going to figure it out on the back end. Most likely will still burn Omi, but you can buy in USDC. So I guess you can control the price more that way if you're worried about the Omi price, because that's what I've been worried about too. So it looks
Yeah,
like,
or if you have two ways, like either listing in stable coins or just accepting an offer in Omi. So
I love it. And
like,
why not give people options, especially if it's going to burn Omi? Because I know that's the big thing. People still want to see the Omi being burned. And if it's going to do it with no matter what you use, I think that's actually really nice. That's really wonderful.
yeah, I mean, that's also just one thing I want to, I can point it out as often as possible. Like the aim of Stackr is to provide all the tools to make Veve Web3, but ultimately it comes down to community adoption. So yeah, I mean, obviously there are some IPs that aren't available, but the more people start buying and listing on Stackr, the more organic the traffic comes. So
yeah, I once, like, for instance, you know, I'm not the only streamer or whatever, but like on the 19th, I will probably start, you know, I normally show Veve. I've got my Veve stuff up. I'm showing people what I'm doing on the Veve website. I'll probably have Stackr up now too. So people will see me using it. People will be using it just because they want to be able to cash out. Now, speaking of cash out, I don't know, are you ready to, like, I know everyone might like to see just like what it looks like to cash out. So if you're ready, let me know if I can pull your screen up and then we can show that. I'll let you get logged in there because I know everyone. I've kind of shown you how easy it is to list from Veve. It's super easy to do it from Veve. Yeah, just tell me when you're ready and I'll pull you up.
yeah, I think I'm ready. I can just try to walk you through the process.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull that up. All right, so he's going to walk us through the process. I'm gonna full screen this, okay, so everyone can see. All right,
just
perfect.
let me know if it's too quick or whatever. So yeah,
okay, yeah,
the first step is would be if you sell something for Omi is to oh that's, hang on a second, I'll just have to reload Stackr maybe.
That's all right. Do you need me to? I can take it off too. I'll keep an eye out to see if I have to remove it. Hopefully you're logged in. Okay, but yeah, it's this is an important thing because a lot of people haven't seen this, and in fact, I have not done any cash out yet. How are you gonna? You want me to pull you off real quick?
It's just slow loading at the moment.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now you're using PayPal, correct?
Yeah, you can use PayPal or your credit card or yeah, bank account, whatever. So yeah,
right.
first step, of course, would be to, let's say I just want to cash out.
So you just sold an item for 100,000 Omi. You want to cash it out, or you just want to cash out 100,000 Omi. You go to swap.
Yeah, you go to swap, and then you see the rate here. Actually, like this, it's pretty fine. I mean, it will also give you a warning if the slippage is not favorable.
Okay.
But yeah, like this, it's fine.
That's a
swap.
swap.
Yeah, like Stackr pays all the gas fees, so you see what you get in return. And that's
which is really nice, everyone. Stackr's paying the gas fees, so there you go. All right, so now you've done the swap. So now you got USDC.
Yeah, so now I have my USDC on base. And if, let's say, I want to cash out through Coinbase, for example, I think it's pretty popular.
Yeah.
I can receive USDC or whatever, can start from scratch, receive crypto. And the main thing you have to pay attention to here is, yeah, which network you're receiving. I mean, I want USDC.
You want base?
Yeah, I want base. I mean, I think, for example, if you're withdrawing to MetaMask or so, it doesn't matter if you send to base or ETH because the address is the same. So you won't lose any funds. I think with Coinbase, it's the same, but it might be different for some other exchanges. So always check that you're sending to the correct network.
So you have your wallet connected to your Stackr wallet. Is that correct?
No, no, it's not connected. Nothing at all.
Oh, you haven't sent them. You haven't sent it yet. Okay, all right, perfect. So you're going to do base.
I want USDC on base, and then what you do is just copy paste the address.
Okay.
And then go send. I don't want to send Omi, I want to send USDC.
USDC.
And then I just hit max.
Put the wallet address in.
The address in there. You can also double check for the last digits just to make sure you have the right one.
I always do that. It's always worth it.
So just take your time while doing it. It doesn't hurt. Gas is sponsored, so
look at that. And it doesn't take very long, and you're rich. You're rich. Let's go. And that was easy.
Yeah, that was easy. I mean,
now
it should pop up here in my Coinbase wallet really soon. What I figured out yesterday when I looked into it is that I have to go onto the transactions tab, and then I think I should see it right here as an incoming transaction pending.
Right. Okay.
And I can go onto that, and in Europe, I think I need to provide info now where the funds are coming from. It's just a tax thing. Maybe I'm not sure if it's the same.
Yeah, like a VAT tax. Yeah, I don't think we have to do that.
It's basically just I have to click on is the money coming from an exchange or a self-custody wallet?
Gotcha. It's your wallet.
And that's it. So and then it should take a couple of seconds, maybe a minute or two, to pop up in my wallet. I mean, I have some funds ready, so I can just show it right now.
Show how it works.
Yeah, so the USDC won't be in the crypto tab; it will be in the cash tab.
Okay.
Right here, and then I can.
And this is all on Coinbase. We're going to click on that. Yep.
And then I can, swap it to euro. I mean, I can just always click max, and then I see I want to sell. So
you want to sell? Yep.
Yeah, I can sell
USDC to a euro, max it. And what are the fees on Coinbase? It's not very much, right, to do that?
Yeah, I think it's not that much, maybe 1%, or I mean, depends on which rates they give you. I haven't looked into that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
still overall, it's still going from Stackr to Coinbase Cash Out, even with a 1% fee, if that's even what they charge. It's still less than what you would have had to pay for a Disney or Star Wars item, which is 18.5% between cashing out with gems and selling it and all of that. This would be a total of 11% if you had a 1% cash out. And so now you've
the last step is I head back to the cash tab, and then I can just go to withdraw cash right here.
Right.
I could just cash out all euro I have,
and sends it to your bank or wherever.
And I have if you want to link a bank account, you have to send a small transaction. It's really easy. I did it yesterday, and it arrived today, luckily, so I could just send it there. That's all you have to do. Or I'm using PayPal a lot. I think it's not that common anymore in the States, but some people might still use it.
They still use PayPal sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, and you see the fee is free, basically. I checked it out, so if I choose PayPal, I can just continue here.
That's perfect.
I'll just log into my PayPal real quick. Hang on
okay. Let's say, okay, we can't see that.
There's not much to get there anyway. So.
Okay. I'm always worried about it. No, but this is great. This is absolutely great because, yes, I will say it's a lot of steps, but it's actually really easy. And I'm going to break this off into a little video so everyone can see it. But it's very easy. So now you can just...
You see at the moment my balance is like 0.
Right.
And then if I go into cash out now, that's basically it.
Done, and we're cashing out. So it probably takes a few minutes to get in there. You might even have to refresh it. But basically, you took your Omi, you swapped it for USDC, then you sent your USDC to your base wallet, and then you made it indicate. Here, I'll take you off of there. So that was very easy. Does anyone in chat have any? Oh, I forgot we're on full screen. Does anyone have any questions about that? let me know. Let me get to Paul's question here. Simon, can we get a filter on Stackr to show only gold and this would be nice. Gold and silver, bronze, modern comics, or even a delete button so we never see stuff I have no interest when browsing. He's asked about this on Veve. It would be nice to be able to split up the new comics from the old comics. I don't see this being something we get right away, but if Doctor is listening, that would be here's the thing. If we could sort that on Stackr, unlike on Veve, people will use Veve's app less and be more on Stackr. I guarantee it. So it might be something worth looking into because it would make us want to search for comics, which will be easy. If it's easier on Stackr, we're going to definitely use Stackr more. So just a thing. And then what about the load limit, the $500 load limit per week? Is that on Stackr? That's not, I think he's talking about Veve with the gems, right? I don't think Stackr doesn't have any limits.
I'm not sure. I'm not aware. Maybe it's if it's not a Stackr thing, it would be a provider thing or a personal setting limit.
Yes, Smart Buys talked about that before. By the way, yo, what's up, Ronnie Lido? Good to see you. He uses PayPal. Video Shane in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Digital Vibes asking, I'm always looking for undervalued collectibles that are selling for Omi. Any way we could get the Veve Stackr percentage floor difference on the main listing page? So he's talking about, so for on here, we go to listings. If if we go to the listings here and let's say we just do, because I've been doing this too, we'll go rare, we'll go comics.
Yeah, just a quick head up. I just checked my PayPal again, so the funds are here and showing up. So it's
can I pull it up on the stage just real quick? We'll just show it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Here, let me remove that, and there you go. So it didn't take much time at all for it. It got in. Yes, there are a few steps, and it's maybe. Let me put it this way: cashing out on Veve is not necessarily the easiest thing either. You have to do your face stuff and all that. It's a pain too. So I think in the end this will work out. But yeah, Digital Vibes, I understand what he's saying. Floor. So if you go in, you can see if you go into a comic, let's say, what he's talking about, it will tell you, okay, floor price difference. So he's saying, is there any way we can get this on the main page? Just more information.
So basically looking for arbitrage opportunities.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And I get that, right? Like that's what Digital Vibes do. A lot of people. Yeah. So something like that would be really cool.
That's some good feedback. Yeah, I can pass that on. I mean,
look at him go. Look at Digital Vibes is good at what he does, and he knows what people are thinking too in the theme. But yeah, so if that's something, just more, the more information, because that's exactly what I'd like to see, and what I think is going to be really good for Stackr is if you can make sniping and all that easier, because I know what's up with that and finding deals and stuff. If Stackr ends up being easier to use or more user intuitive, you'll get everyone going over there because you'll be like, hey, just go to Stackr, it'll be easier. So something to consider.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, it's a good feedback. I think on the grails or on the bigger pieces that are traded quite frequently, the floor difference isn't too big most of the time because people already do it. And I would have doubts, like if I bought something half of the price on Stackr, probably I wouldn't be able to sell it for much more on the Veve app. But yeah, it's still a good feedback, and I think we can try to take that in. Just to circle back to the filtering for Bronze and Silver Age comics and stuff like that, I think from my limited technical understanding, but of course what would have to go into this is somebody going through all the drops that happened and will happen in the future and put a certain label on each item. So somebody would have to mark all the comics as Bronze Age, Silver Age. I mean, I'm not sure if it's
I didn't even think about that.
But it would probably be a big workload to really maintain it and keep it accurate. So
that's a good point. But maybe there's a way on Veve's end that they can simplify it because there might be a way to do that. This is a good question, and we did talk about it, Kuma. So Yeah, right now there's not a back button, but Simon here said he would take it to the top because that was one of the things I was asking when I'm like searching and I filter lowest price comic. I go into one and I hit back, it resets everything. It's the same thing we kind of dealt with Veve for a while. So yeah, they're going to be looking into that. Paul, this is a great question. We don't have the same KYC BS that we had with Veve, right? So can you send it to any PayPal, or is it only the main linked one?
For Coinbase, you have to link your PayPal to an account that matches your identity. I mean, obviously,
Okay.
with all the exchanges, it's becoming, and I personally think it will become more and more a KYC thing because everything is a taxable event and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Just another thing to mention when, for example, I use PayPal to cash out. From PayPal, I could also transfer it instantly to my bank account. I think that costs a small fee, but technically, if you really need it fast, you don't want to wait 1 to 3 business days it takes to cash out to your bank account, then you can go PayPal and instantly send it to your bank account.
Okay, perfect. That's good to know. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, because I know Coinbase and a lot of them are going to ask you to KYC. Anywhere you have cash out, I'm assuming in the US, European Union, they want their money. Is Stackr, this is one of my questions. I mean, I didn't send it to you ahead of time, but with taxes, is there anything from Stackr, if we need to get all our information, we can just go up here and get all our transactions and deal with our taxes that way? Is there going to be like a file that we can download or anything like that for our taxes on here? Or is that just going to be our own? Or is that maybe something you can suggest for the future?
Yeah, I can definitely suggest it and get some feedback on it. I mean, I know for Veve that you can get your transaction list. I would have to try if it shows Stackr sells and buys as well, or if that's something we have to put on the list. I mean, obviously, it's kind of difficult to for the items that you bought for gems and you sold them for Omi. That
wouldn't matter, right? Yeah. But just through here, because the way I look at it, anything I do now, once the transition happens where gems have no value, like real value, just because you can't cash out, you can't withdraw them. At that point, anything I do within Veve, to me, I'm not a tax person, seems like a non-taxable event. Anything I do on Stackr, any selling or swapping, each one of those is a tax event. So if I get Omi and I swap it to USDC, that's a tax event. I have to report it. It may not be result in any money, but I'm supposed to report it. So yeah, anything like that, because I'm good. If I sell something on Veve and I cash out, I pay my taxes on it. So yeah, if there's any type of file, that was just something that I was thinking about. Let's go back to chat and see what we got in here.
It's probably an interesting question in general with the gems, like not having any money value. How the tax situation is if you buy something for gems that are basically worthless, and sell it for Omi, if the whole selling price is instantly profit, or if you can factor out that you actually paid money for the gems. That would be an interesting question.
Now that I didn't even think about that either. Holy crap, that is a totally interesting question, because what's your basis, right? So if I go and I buy a partner statue because it's 900 gems, and I can still buy gems for $1. I don't know if I want to mix those up.
But that's an interesting question. Maybe just to bring up in general and have it answered by someone who
I'm gonna have to have
has an opinion on it.
I'm going to have a tax person on. Penguin saying Stackr ain't easy. Actually, I don't think it's that hard, but like there's a little bit of a learning curve, but that's all right. Choo Choo's loving Stackr. Any chance we will have the ability to send offers? And look, Simon wants to be able to send offers. So you have discussed it, right? This is something that's in the workings, right?
Yeah, all we're asking at the moment is, I mean, everybody that's sticking around currently probably has learned a huge lesson on having some patience. So yeah, what we're asking is just give us some more time, because we really want to make it right. And like I said, I know the user experience isn't the best currently on Stackr. I reckon there's a lot of support tickets and bugs and stuff like that going on, and sometimes it takes a couple of hours or days to dig through it. But yeah, the main reason there's not much happening at the moment is that all hands are basically working on the relaunch of Stackr, and that should check a lot of boxes when it comes to user experience and also all the requested features. So yeah, I hope we can give some timeline or some outlook next month maybe, but yeah, we're really careful with putting out certain dates and stuff like that, because just rest assured, Dr. Profit is really committed to the thing, and it's probably gonna be bigger and better than most of people would
expect
at the moment, I would say. So yeah, he's committed, and I mean, everything that he's built so far is pretty good. I mean, of course, there's some issues, but if there was something really bad happening or not working, you would probably read about it on X or somewhere. So everything gets taken care of. But yeah, we will just need a couple of more.
We have to have a little patience. And Stackr is managing expectations, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's the way to do it, is to, you want to make sure you manage expectations. Paul's saying comics already have the info there, so maybe we need to look in. I need to see what kind of information it has and how easy that is to collate and do that. KCBMW, I'd say the biggest reason I don't use Stackr a ton is when I spend Omi, I lose MCP, daily points, which I get that, as well as the price of the collectibles. With gems, I don't. But we're going to have to come up with a different mentality, KCBMW, because I have a feeling we're going to want to be hanging out more on Stackr. But who knows? I don't know 100%, but I get what he's saying. You're spending Omi, you're losing Stackr. Now, if you've got over 10 million, then it doesn't matter, right? Like, you've already maxed out the max. Is there any potential? Have you heard anything that we're going to be able to get MCP points on more than 10 million, or are we stuck at that number?
I would say that would have been the perfect question for Foster last week.
Yeah, I guess that would have been. I'll have
anything to... Stackr doesn't have any influence on what amount of MCP is given out or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I think with Omi in general, I mean, I get it. That's quite painful if you bought Omi for like 10x the current price or so. But with Omi, I think the mindset really should be that it's a utility token, and obviously that means you also spend the token. So that's the whole point of Stackr, is encouraging people to spend their Omi and also burn the Omi while doing so. So yeah, if you pay like 10,000 for your 10 million Omi, then of course it might be painful to spend it on a small ticker item, but yeah, I think Omi is a token that wants, or that needs to be put to as much use as possible. So people should get comfortable spending their Omi, I would say.
Yeah, maybe we'll get new ways to get MCP. Ronnie wants to know, when are we going to get Simon Says collectible? Do you even remember that? You remember Simon Says? He doesn't know. Yeah, he's too young. Oh, you do?
I know the game. I know the game.
You know the game. Okay. Yes, he's a good man. All right, so Big A is telling us, if gems are given 0 tax value, then the amount you sell for on Omi on Stackr would be 100% profit. But let me ask you this, Big A. If I put $1,000 into Veve to buy something, not talking about gems I've flipped or whatever, you're telling me that, and I go on Stackr, like, I can't use that for my basis. If I sell it for 5,000, 5,000 is all profit, or is it 4,000 because I put in 1,000 in gems? I think that's the question we need to get answered. I mean, I know what Big A's saying, and he's probably right. If there's no value, there's no real value. That's very interesting, because you're mixing both worlds. It's almost like piercing the corporate veil is what we would be doing with that, Big A. I'll have to think about that. Loopholes are my favorite cereal. All right. Let's see. Sounds good. Excited for more updates. Yeah. So it sounds like there's going to be a lot of updates. We can see that it was, obviously really easy to cash out. It's easy to go, as I showed you, if you want to sell directly from Collectible, you just go in, you go right there. It takes you over to Stackr, bam, and you're right there and you can sell it. So it's very intuitive. And if you want to sell within Stackr, you could do the same thing and just pull up your collectibles and stuff like that. So by the way, I bought a couple comics from you recently. I saw you selling some stuff. You said, are you, how much MCP points do you get per day? Or do you not want to tell us?
I sold a lot of, I feel like I have sort of enough MCP at the moment because I didn't hit any of the big 1 million MCP drops. So I'm sitting at like, I think close to 6 million MCP.
Oh, wow.
Currently, I think I'm getting like something between 6,000 and 7,000. So it's, I mean, there's a lot crazier people with like amounts
16,000,
15, 20,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I think that's enough. And
yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
I definitely, I heard about 5,800 is what you need for master level. So yeah, that's my goal. But my first goal is to get to 2,000. I'm about 100 away, so I'm trying to do that. Paul thinks we shouldn't pay taxes. Just get a good accountant. Well, yes, but you still have to pay some taxes unless you're into real estate. There's a whole bunch of
and if not, then
there.
you have to pay the accountant. So yeah, basically, the trick is to find an accountant that's cheaper than the taxes. So
right, exactly. Or start a car wash and start laundering money. I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. So yes, Veve Vet for sure. 10,000 daily MCP. Look at that. Very, very cool right there. What's up? Chilling and vibing. What's up, Larry? I've been chilling and vibing with your mug, drinking. The water does taste better in one of his mugs. I don't know if it's the lead paint, but it tastes better. What about transfers to others on Stackr? Ooh, is that even a thing? By the way, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell. Is that going to be a thing? That's actually kind of interesting. Transfer to others on Stackr. I guess that's a Veve thing, though. Correct?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, if it's on Stackr, I mean, obviously, I think we talked about that as well as like the Web3 approach, making the collectibles interoperable and self-custodial, and hand in hand goes sending stuff to other people.
Right.
I think the difficulty in here is to really, find a good mixture, I would say, because obviously the big hurdle with everything self-custodial is that licensors have to sign off on it. So at the moment, I wouldn't know why any licensor would agree to make the items transferable, no matter if Veve or Stackr, because basically with every transfer, they lose revenue. So
exactly.
So in general, the question is, how can you have all the nice Web3 things while also making licensors happy? And I think that will be some sort of juggling, and I'm happy I don't have to do it.
Right, like you want to do that, right?
Yeah, so one possibility, for example, we talked about is that you could have a certain amount of whitelisted wallets you have to put in place, let's say like your family members, or you can have just an example. I mean, don't pin me down on it, but you
don't
could say
quote
like,
you on this, okay?
Yeah, any user can maybe just pick 5 addresses or whatever, and you can send whatever you like to those addresses because it's your family or close friends or whatever. And for the rest, you would have to pay like a minimum fee, which is according to the floor price, or something like that.
We've talked about that, but that floor price can be manipulated either way. So even then, that's a problem. Now, I just be careful. Just want to tell everyone right now, if you've got another account, or in my situation where my wife has an account, and I sold her something or she sold me something because she needed gems, I got a nice little email from Veve saying, don't do that. So be careful doing that right now, because you can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. So, and yes, I was literally transferring gems to her to basically go for a drop, which would be nice if we could do that, legally. But right now, just be careful. But yeah, we've talked about that on our show too. But that's the issue is people can manipulate the floors and stuff like that. And so then the IPs don't get their money. But yeah, there's a way to do it. By the way, mahalo, Joe. Good to see you, man. No giveaway today.
Probably
no giveaway.
we haven't talked about that, but probably the gems not having any money value will allow such things, because technically, like, if it's not worth anything, what prevents you from buying something overpriced from your wife? So maybe that's a hurdle that we don't have anymore in the future.
That's true. I guess that could happen. I mean, when we were talking about the pricing, it's still going to somehow come down to what things are selling for on Stackr, and it's going to give some artificial value to the gems, right? Like, because people are going to know, all right, for this amount of gems, I can move it over to Stackr, sell it, and make this much. So there is going to be value. It's basically, it's going to be attached to Omi. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this works. There's a little bit of this that seems scary, but on the other hand, I think it's going to work itself out. Paul's saying, let's see, I got banned for 2 weeks doing exactly that a while back, moving gems around between accounts. I since learned there are some tricks not to set off their alarms. All right, please DM me those tricks. Not that I haven't had a use for that anyways. We used to see modern day Green App comics get minted on the feed. Was that removed? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if you know that, Simon. That's not a Stackr thing, though. Ronnie said, I'll do a 1 gem comic for you all in the chat to snipe. Which comic, though? Is it a 1 gem? It's like a 1 gem comic, or is it worth 10? I don't. Which one, Ronnie? Let us know.
One that's on Stackr for 70 cent worth of Omi.
Yeah, right. That's exactly. Now, I did buy. By the way, I almost don't even want to tell anyone this because it doesn't serve me, but I'm going to just let everyone know there's not enough people right now to even get all 100 prizes from the monthly Stackr leaderboard. So hint, hint, everyone. I don't know if you remember with Sente or Simon. It was an art piece that the first bidding item, I forgot what it was. But if you bid on
English
it,
one?
Yeah, the Ron English, and everyone who bid on it got something, and I didn't. F my life. But you might want to maybe sell something and buy stuff, especially buy, so you burn some Omi just to get on that list. It was. Oh, there you go. Okay, it was a Stackr theme. It's like a Mutascan, but on Stackr.
Yeah, there were a lot of functions that we don't have anymore currently. For example, you could also go on a certain user and see all their transactions as well.
Right.
Probably same for the minting stuff. I would expect all those features to come back once we have the relaunch, because I think it was also something a lot of people used. Like just, I mean, that's what crypto and blockchain is about, transparency. I was doing it as well, just looking at accounts casually, just scanning for activity. Yeah,
exactly, which is what a lot of people do.
I would expect those features to be back on version 2. Yeah.
All right, so looks like Ronnie says, sorry, I've got a piece of candy here. Number 7 rare will drop for 1 gem at 10-minute mark. All right, everyone, it's your chance to go there. For 1 gem, get that.
One thing that is actually also quite nice about the gem removal is, I mean, I'm not 100% sure about it, but should also mean that we don't need KYC just for people registered on Veve, right? Because like also like 15-year-olds could buy stuff like that without the need to KYC, because it's like
we've all been talking about that.
Yeah, so probably
yeah, that would be a big thing.
Yeah, so maybe that's another way. I mean, I'm not sure what the big announcement's going to be this week, but it's supposed to come this week, I think. So yeah, maybe.
Not the Darth Vader samurai?
I hope that wasn't the announcement, but
I mean, MC came on the show, on my show, and said there was something big, and that he said today that was it. But I think we're supposed to get something else too. I'm not sure what, but yeah, hopefully it's something bigger. By the way, Emoji, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you for dropping by. Let's see. Oh no. Am I gonna get it? I'm trying to snipe this. Oh, I don't see it. Who got it? I don't think I got. There it is. Oh, I got it. I sniped it on my own show. Look at that. What an asshole I am. All right, I got it. And I like that because I need those rares. I needed that rare. So thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate the support.
Closer. Probably
Right,
a little bonus because it's a low mint. Not sure. Maybe. Might be.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you get that extra, the 5% or whatever. The lowest 5% get an extra whatever. Yeah, I was joking with somebody about that. Like, so it's only 2. Like, I need a lot of comics to make that even matter, though. But anyways, all right. Does anyone else have any questions for Simon while we're here to put him on the spot? Just to, you know, you have any questions on navigating? I think we went through everything. We did a cash out. I am going to take out the video. I'll put in a separate video to show you how to do the cash out. So that will be, it's really easy. It's a few steps, yes, but it's not, I don't know if you remember the 17 step of buying Omi that Foster put out like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's not like that everywhere. It's not, you don't have to like sell your mother and sell her down the river and, you know, buy a car and sell that. This is much easier to cash out. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Stackr. I think it's going to get a lot more usage. Do you think is this type of incentive? I know Ecomi's doing the leaderboards. Is that going to be something that's going to continue that you know of, or there'll be something like that, or because this is the leaderboard?
I think it's for now it's a trial run, but my best guess is that we will see more and more rewards for activity and stuff like that. But yeah, of course, I mean, just they have to get a feel of how the community takes it, if it's if it's worth it, and if it brings a lot of traction and probably some users. So yeah, but I'm not sure if it continues right away after the first month, but
it's a try because Foster talked about it. I mean, he did say, like, for instance, there might be a month or a week where they're like, all right, if you buy these types of comics, you buy Amazing Spider-Man comics, or you buy this type of collectible. So there's a whole bunch of different things that he said they might be looking at. But like you said, it's just a trial right now. So but I think this is a good idea to get people used to this and to get more people on there. Looks like Charlie Anati was just knocked off the top 3. He's not going to be happy about that. And I want to mess with him. He was a Golden Glove boxing champion. So I don't know, Rocky Omi, don't mess with him. And I'm like last. I think I'm ahead of Emoji. I was last, and then I bought something. Here, current month. Look at this. Look at this right here. Let's see where I am. Okay, hold on. Give it a second. Oh, wait. No, there I am. There I am. I'm wrong. I guess there is 260. There weren't that many earlier, I thought. All right, so I got to do better. I got to be in the top 100. Damn it. All right, well, whatever. Oh, I guess I'm not top 100, but I'm a little bit up there. I'm gonna have to spend more money. Okay, yeah, I'm not even close. I suck. But look at that. I love JPEG Morgan. What a great name. And Ferryman, still at the top on the monthly. So I'm excited to see what happens. Do you have, their Emoji? Earlier, you were the lowest with me. What's up, Guri, by the way? Jay, can you buy Omi on Stackr? So you can do like a swap. You can buy USDC. I'll just show you real quick again. You can go, I'm on the wrong window. Go up to here. All right. And then you can go to your dashboard.
You have to go on your wallet, I think. To the wallet.
Oh, was it in my? Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad. You just go to your wallet. Just go to your wallet. And then let's see. You can fund your wallet. You buy the USDC, and then these are the payments you can do. Once you do that, then you can swap. So there's no direct, but you can do it. It's not that hard. But again, I'll also, if you want to go back through here, you can see Simon go through and actually do a cash out. And I'm going to pull that video. I'll pull that out and make a separate video so everyone can see kind of how easy it is to cash out. And I might even do it myself this coming week or so to show you how I did it. But yeah, it's pretty easy. Do you have any final words, Simon? Anything that you want to tell everyone, or does Dr. Profit have anything that he wanted you to tell all of us before we head out of here?
I didn't ask him for any closing words or so, but just yeah,
That's right.
A lot of work is happening in the background, and yeah, people just need to hang in there a little bit, and then we try. Stackr is trying the best to deliver whatever features make Veve more accessible to Web3 people, and also, yeah, satisfy all the needs that and concerns that have been raised in the past. So
yeah, because you've heard
of course,
them all.
yeah, we can build the best platform, but if the users don't adapt it, then all the work is for nothing. So yeah, just if you haven't tried it out yet, maybe give Stackr a try. I think it's fairly easy to sign up and load the Omi as well. So
It's
yeah, I
very
think sooner
easy
or later, everyone on Veve will have to use Stackr. I think, or 99%. So why not start now?
Yeah, dip your toes in. If you have questions, you can always ask Vicente. You can see him on Twitter or X. I have all of his information and Stackr information in the description. You can also go on the page. You can go into here. You can email them, or you can let me know if you have a question. I can send it off to Simon. But yeah, definitely start using it. You know, just like we did with Veve, we got to send them suggestions. Like Simon said at the beginning, they know like 95% of them, but if they hear it from more people, it's probably something they might prioritize over other things. Simon, I really want to thank you for coming here a second time and showing us how to do the cash out, just talking about all these interesting things. I'll probably, maybe I can have you on before things go live in November. That would be really good. But appreciate you coming
maybe
here.
As soon as we can give out some more details on when the new Stackr releases, then we can just schedule another one. So
yeah. Any time that you want to come on and present something, let's do it. Everyone in chat, Paul, cheers. Everyone, good seeing you. Thank you. If you haven't yet, please on the way out, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell. It really does help the channel. Hit some of those emojis on the side too. Leave a comment. But I appreciate everyone coming here. Let's see. What do you think about having an in-app tutorial? I guess that could be something, or that's something I could do. I'm going to start doing some stuff like that also. But yeah, an in-app tutorial could be actually really good on showing people how to do stuff. I'm going to take some stuff from this stream and, like I said, put it into a video separate so everyone can look at it and learn how to use Stackr and not be so scared of it. Simon, again, thank you for coming on. I don't know if you want to just hang out for just 2 seconds afterwards. I can thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone in chat, appreciate you coming here. I will be on tomorrow. In fact, I got to still set it up. Veveverse Live. I will have a giveaway supported by Veve, sponsored by RarityX. I'll be on with Master Roni, so we're going to have some special information from him about some of the stuff he's working on. Hobie in the house. Good to see you. Savid, good seeing everyone. I'm going to head out of here, do something nice for somebody. Drop by tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time to see Veveverse Live, and then Thursday I'll have the drop then. Appreciate everyone coming here. Till next time.